Hi students, welcome to your grammar lesson of the day. We are going to be talking about what words we use to describe the present. So what actions are we doing in the moment? So right now Miss Schultz is talking because I'm doing that now. And then next we're going to be talking about words that we use for describing about the past. So like what did you do for last week, for example? Like what happened last week? What happened last year? So we're going to go over a couple of examples of what words we should use. So for this question, number 1, we must blank to school. So we must do what? So must is used when people need to prepare something. They must do something beforehand. So it has not happened yet. So, and we know if we look up here in the green, go and do are described in the present. So words that we use now. And went and did are words that describe about the past. And this word, we kind of have to be detectives when we're looking at our sentences to fill in the context clue. So, is this sentence talking about the present or in the past? But I'll give you a hint. For this word, must, that gives us a huge clue that we need to do something before it's happened. So, we're talking about the present. So, if we look at our two choices, went and go, which one of those words are used for when we're talking about the present? Go is one of our words. Okay, and let me go ahead and type in go. We must go to school. Yeah, we can also even fill in we must went to school, and we kind of know that even sounds kind of weird. But we must go to school sounds more, it sounds correct. It sounds the most normal out of the two choices. But we must go to school, so I'm going to highlight that choice blue to know that's the one we're going to pick. So I'm going to leave it black, but I'm going to highlight it blue. Go. We must go to school. Question 2. Last week we blanked to a play. So as we look, do you see any clues that we can solve to determine or to figure out what words we need to do to describe the present or the past? Shout them out. What do you see in this sentence? I'll give you a huge clue. Last week. So in this sentence, we're talking about the past. We're talking about something that happened last week. Last week, we blanked to a play. So we look at our two choices, went and go. And if we look up here, go and do are used to describe the present. And went and did are used talking about the past. And in this sentence, last week, we're talking about the past. So we know go is for the present and went is for the past. Last week, we went to a play. So we're talking about went because we're describing about the past. So I'm going to highlight went purple to go with our theme, purple being the past and green being what's happening now, the present. And then I'll go ahead and highlight this blue to mark our answer choice. Okay, awesome. Last week we went to a play. And then our last grammar question of the day. Number 3, blank. You see the game last week? Now look at that sentence carefully. What clues, what words do you see that give us clues that we are talking about the present, things that are happening now, or things that happened in the past? Any clues? Give you guys 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last week. That's a big clue that means we're going to be using about a word that talks about the past. And our past words are went, did. So for number 3, we have did and do. And do's the present. Do is for something that's happening now. But since this says last week, we're going to be talking about the past. So did is one of our past words. Did, I'm going to mark it purple. Did you see the game last week? And that even sounds correct. Because if we said, do you see the game last week? That kind of sounds kind of weird. But did you see the game last week? And that is correct. And I'm going to highlight that choice below. And that's just a small little lesson about go and do our present words that we're going to be used to describe in the present, and then when and did are words that are going to be described in the past. And if you want any more practice with this, please let me know, and I'm happy to give you that extra practice to work on the present versus the past. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.